The word photography is derived of two Greek words, photos, which means light, and graphia meaning write. Therefore, photography best translates to write with light by Herschel in 1839. So according to Aquino on 1972, photography is an art or science which deals with the reproduction of images through the action of light upon sensitized materials with the aid of camera and its accessories and the chemical processes involved therein. In modern photography, may be defined as any means for the chemical, thermal, electrical, or electronic recording of the images of scenes or object formed by some type of radiant energy, including gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, visible light, and infrared rays. This definition is broad enough to include not only the conventional methods of photography, but almost a new process that may develop. A photograph is both mechanical and chemical result of photograph to produce a photograph. Light is needed aside from sensitized materials. Is it film or paper? So now, let's talk about police photography. So what is police photography? Police photography is an art or science which deals with the study of the principle of photography, the preparation of photographic evidence, and its application to police work. And now, let's continue to forensic photography. What is forensic photography? So, forensic photography is the art or science of photographically documenting a crime scene and evidences for laboratory examination and analysis for purposes of court trials. Crime scene photography provide a true and accurate record of the crime scene and physical evidences present by recording the original scene and related areas. So, crime scene photography should not just focus on the obvious. The purpose of crime scene photography is to document what is there and where it is in relationship to the scene, whether it is obviously connected to the crime or not. Speaking of crime scene is the place where an offense has been committed and forensic evidences may be gathered. Photographer records events and tells stories using images. They take pictures of people, places, events, and objects. So, photographer must be flexible because if the photographer is lack of experience or training, cameras cannot produce the same view that the human eye sees. It is the photographer's use of the camera setting that can affect what can or cannot be seen in photograph. Now, let's talk about the history of photography. The history of photography has the three basic components of photography. First is light, equipment, and chemical. So let's talk about the light first. Light is the most fundamental element that all photographer needs because it illuminates the scene or a subject. Second is equipment. In 1700, camera obscura or dark chamber was designed by Leonardo da Vinci for accurate perspective and skill. So what is Camera obscura. So, camera obscura is a darkened box with a convex lens or aperture for projecting the image of an external object onto a screen inside. It is important historically in the development of photography. In its simplest form, a camera obscura is a dark room with a small hole in one wall. When it's bright outside, light enters through the hole and projects an upside-down image of the outside world onto the wall opposite the hole. Chemical. In 1725 to 1777, light sensitivity of silver nitrate and silver chloride solution had been discovered and investigated. True photography is accomplished by two people. First is Joseph Nicephore. Second is Louis Jacques Mandy de Gary, and 3 is William Henry Fox Talbot. So let's talk about Joseph Nicephore first. In 1816, he was able to obtain camera images on papers sensitized with silver chloride solutions. Louis Jacques Mandy Daguerre, a French painter who invented the first practical process of photography, known as the daguerreotype. The daguerreotype is a direct positive process creating a highly detailed image on a sheet of copper plate with a thin coat of silver without the use of a negative. The daguerreotype process made it possible to capture the image seen inside a camera obscura and preserve it as an object. William Henry Fox Talbot explained a process he had invented, calotype, at the Royal Society of London. The calotype or talbotype is an early photographic process introduced in 1841 by Talbot, using paper coated with silver iodide, paper textures, effect, and calotype. Photography limits the ability of this early process to record low contrast details and textures.